This trick was published in our book Organic. It's a sandwich effect, and it uses a neat card spring idea done on the table. To begin, I'm going to take the 2 queens, place them on the table, and have a card selected. Any selection will do. Just remember that card. I'm going to take the queens and place them together on the table. You can now take the selection and shuffle it into the deck. You can even have your spectators mix the cards. Now the object is this, to spring the cards and trap 1 card between the queens. Check it out. 1 card lands between the queens, and it's not just any card, it's your selection. For this, I'm going to use Deja Vu to transpose the location of 2 cards. Let me show you what I mean. Just go ahead and say stop. Just go ahead and say stop. So card number 1, the 6 of spades. Now it doesn't matter what the card is, but where the card is. In this case, between the 2 red aces. And that's all you have to remember, is that sandwich between the 2 red aces is the 6 of spades. I'll leave those on the table. So let's try that again. Just go ahead and say stop. So card number 1, the 6 of spades. Now it doesn't matter what the card is, but where the card is. In this case, sandwiched between the 2 red aces. Card number 1, the 6 of spades. Now if this really did just happen, then that must mean down here, between the 2 black aces, is card number 2, the queen of clubs. So depending on whether I was able to obtain some edamame during our lecture, you might not have seen this trick. However, I love eating sushi, and whenever I dine, I always order a bowl of edamame. So here's a trick with them. So reach in and you take out a pod, say this one here, and you squeeze out the beans between your teeth. Like so. So there are the beans, and you have an empty pod. Now, I don't think anyone would test you on this, but it really is empty. They could actually feel that and examine it if they wanted. So here's where the magic comes in. Watch the empty pod and the beans. Or what we're going to do is restore them. There's 1, 2, 3. The beans are actually back inside the pod. There it is. If you wanted, you could squeeze these back out. That's it. That's edamame. Here's a neat trick that incorporates T.G. Murphy's deck flip into a trick. Here's what it looks like. I need 2 aces. Let's go with the 2 green aces. There's 1. And the other one should be, there it is. So I'll leave one of them face up on top and one of them face up on bottom. Now I need a card selected, so just say stop. Right there. Perfect. We'll take this card, show it to you guys. Remember it. So we'll lose that card in the center of the pack. Now we have the aces on bottom and top. Watch them. Just like that, they vanish from the top and the bottom, only to appear in the center, sandwiching 1 card, the selection.